Parsafe Productions is here. Twin Town Throwdown, round 2 out here at Brookview. Brought to you by Social CBD, Gotta Go, Gotta Throw, Hammock Gear, and Rubber Bandits. Myself, Ben Kroll on the mic.
And Derek Sahr, and we get to see the beautiful property that is Brookview right here in this coverage, and I cannot wait to get into this.
Yeah, this is a traditional golf course. I believe they have 18 holes on the regular course, and this is kind of like a 9-hole executive course on this side. And usually this is just a winter layout, so it's really fun to be able to play out here. Nice weather, don't have to deal with any snow. Nice solid tee pads, and we start out here hole 1, 377 feet. Going over a pond the whole way. These guys will be playing from above the hole. These guys are not worried about distance. So as you can see, it's very windy today for these guys on a very open course.
Yeah, you're right. Even during the winter, we see a lot of wind pickup out here. Just it being a golf course, that can, of course, always happen. Not meaning to say course so many times, but...
Oh, that one's rolling over there from Shasta. Again, a lot of wind here. Okay, it's playing fairly headwind for him, too. You can see the flag flying up there. Not at the basket, though. It's kind of protected there with the pine trees close.
Yeah, the basket flag just had nothing going on there. And Casey White, a lot of people know this kid. He has just been an up-and-comer. He's only getting better and better and better, and you're seeing why there.
He's going like 80 long of the hole.
Yeah.
He might have a little tough upshot even, having to throw a little Annie backhand or forehand up.
And we saw in the last coverage, our boy, really good friend of us, Mitch Privette. And he had a great round. If you guys missed it, make sure to check that out.
Oh my gosh. That thing was just dancing in the wind and probably looked like it was in from the tee pad up there. And he's only got about 15, 20 feet left.
And now we got Criss Cook up here, Minnesota local. I believe new to the Parsafe coverage as well.
Yeah, I believe so as well. But he has been playing disc golf for a long time. He's been around, played a lot of tournaments, playing well before myself. And he's in the 20,000s for PDGA number.
Yeah, I'm sure him and Shasta have some war stories to talk about, you know, being in the PDGA for so long.
Yeah, not an easy upshot from Shasta. See the OB is lurking there on the left side. He's keeping it low, nice and stable. Got about 20 feet left, 25 feet in that wind. Is not going to be easy, though.
Yeah, that's what you really got to do when it comes to windy upshots, is just make sure you keep it low so the wind doesn't affect it too much. Or throw something extremely overstable.
Yeah, this is a course that Gotta Go, Gotta Throw. Charlie played a huge role in getting these baskets out here. It's been the last few winters now we've been able to set up the temp course. It's been a lot of fun to have. I can't remember exactly where these baskets came from as well. But I believe he got them from a course that is not open typically in the winter.
Oh, and a little short from Criss. It looks like a lull in the wind, like you said, with this basket being kind of guarded. Wishing he had that one back just a little bit short.
Yeah, that upshot just stayed out there, circle's edge. Don't want to test your putt in the first hole for your par. Mitch, only about 20 feet here. Yeah, solid. That's how you want to start the tournament. Nice big birdie in front of the crowd.
Yeah, not an easy hole either, you know, with that OB lurking in the pine tree. Saw Casey going a little deep, having to play around it with a forehand. Very, very tough, and Mitch comes out ahead.
Shasta might have like a slight headwind putt even here. Solid. I like playing with Shasta. He's a super nice guy. This whole card.
Yeah, I've actually known Casey for quite a while. He hung out with a lot of the Austin, Minnesota gang, and so I met him kind of mutually through there and through Castro and Colin Bailey. And yeah, Casey's a great kid. Just his game is just exploding. I mean, ever since he started, but in the last year especially.
Yeah, so much confidence to his game. He doesn't lay up. Everything is committed coming out of his hand. That's all you can ask for in disc golf. Commit to the shot. Whatever happens, happens. Just got to deal with the result.
Yep, as I like to say, just throw and pray. And there's Castro and Criss and
Some Rona bumps.
yeah, some Rona bumps. Keeping it socially distant.
Three-way tie at the top. Privy, your boy, catching Shasta and Casey. And I think it's going to be back and forth all around.
Hole 2, par 3, 299 feet. You play just over this little golf green here, and the basket's kind of falling away on the backside, making it a bit of a tricky upshot because this is a golf, it's a golf area, and the grass is extremely short.
Yeah, and typically these tee pads and greens of the actual golf course are going to be OB as well too. It's a little bit of danger if you don't get over the hill, but easy to go long if you put too much on it. And again, these guys are going to be dealing with this wind all around. It's going to be tough to feel it at certain points as well. So you're taking your best guess. This thing really has to push though. A little low from Mitch, but he's got himself around circle's edge. He doesn't mind if it's outside either. He likes to jump it in.
Ask and you shall receive right there. Great shot by Mitch, coming out low and just getting that short grass skip like we talked about. Shasta, DGA sponsored, stepping up.
It looks like he might be going just a little more high speed as well. Going with the fairway. Mitch went with his mid-range. Shasta's pin height, but pretty far left.
Yeah, Casey's got a pretty good forehand, so I expect to see a decent amount of them come out during this round.
Very well-rounded game. Be fun to watch him attack this course. Got all the tricks in the bag, and when he gets on with his putt, he's hard to beat. Great looking forehand from him, making the hole look really simple.
Yeah, at only 299 feet, these guys are really wanting to get this birdie.
Yeah, Shasta, Mitch, Criss here, they're all very backhand dominant players. Looks like it's rolling over a little bit. See if it can miss that last pine tree. Didn't look like it's stuck him into it, but he's going to be on the backside, making this a very difficult putt.
Yeah, I don't know if he'll be able to get enough angle to get around this thing, but he goes through it and just a little short.
Shasta coming up the hill a little bit towards the basket. Got about 50 feet. Great looking shot there. Didn't even need to jump at it. And he doesn't jump much, I don't think. He likes to stand still from those longer putts even. Mitch, if he's outside at all, he's going to be jumping.
Yeah, he is known as the jump man.
Yeah, a little floppy out of the hand. A little nose down. Never really had a chance.
And Casey to take a solo lead here. Wonderful putt. Repping that new Discmania sponsorship for Casey. Congratulations to you as well on that.
Well earned. And this Brookview course is one they're going to want to attack out here. A lot of very reachable par fours that these guys can get some eagles at. There's a lot of OB lurking, left, right, short, long. But again, these are holes that these guys are going to want to get a lot of birdie looks at and try to hit their putts.
Yeah, a lot of attackable holes. You can go for the eagle look, or you can kind of play the safe and get a birdie, but you may be even losing a stroke to some people. It's Casey carding the lone 2. Got that 1-stroke lead. That's nothing for these guys, though.
Yeah, I'll be seeing a lot of back and forth. Hole 3, par 3, 289 feet. This pond isn't that much in play for the distance that these guys have, but it's still only within 30, 40 feet of the basket here. And right between these two trees, a lot of these guys are probably going to be just going straight at it, but very easy hyzer either way as well. Just going to miss those last couple branches.
Yeah, and I'm not sure what disc he's throwing here. To me, the first time he threw it, it looked like a PD2 flight. with it being very overstable. And you look at this, he's leaning on it again to throw. And as you see, puts it on a big ante, and the wind does not affect a PD2. So I'm going to go and say that that's a PD2.
Great looking shot. We saw Mitch throw this M2 a lot, just used on the last hole as well. I think the straight play is a little better. He's still going up and over anyways, but that wind's really catching it.
Yeah, he played that perfectly. You know, the wind, like you said, got underneath the disc, but he played it wide enough to where it pushed left, and great shot by Mitch.
Yeah, I've kept enough of that angle of the disc exposed so it would catch the wind the way he wanted it instead of flattening out. Looks like Shasta going with that fairway driver, probably something overstable, letting it crash into the green. It's a very easy play. But it's that wind that you have to worry about. Just over the basket. I did not miss by a ton, but he's going to be about 30 feet looking back at it.
Yeah, and anything outside of, 10 feet today on this windy of a day is going to affect these players and not be the easy tap-ins that they're looking for, so that they really want to put it as close as possible.
I like this height better from Criss, not letting the wind affect it as much, and he is absolutely parked.
There you can kind of see the building in the back there. They have a bar and grill and a sweet little putting area as well, where there's meant for lawn bowling, but they set up baskets there and can putt there, and it's just such a cool venue, and so awesome that they let us play on this beautiful, beautiful property.
Yeah, they've been really receptive to disc golf. Be really cool to see a more permanent course out here, even in the summer. Shasta, excellent putt back at the basket. You can see how much the wind is blowing. I believe he's kind of seeing a little bit of a headwind left to right. So he's pushing the wing of this disc down as he has this hyzer putt and just had enough on it.
Wow.
Look at him. Put the arms back, the Danny poke kind of lean forward. Get that nose across the finish line before it has a chance to get pulled back.
Great putt by Shasta. That's a huge vote of confidence for him moving forward in this round.
Excellent putt from Casey, making the hole look pretty easy. It's only from about 18 feet or so.
Yeah, and I really like the way that Casey uses his legs in his putt. If you notice, his back leg comes up so high, which is just such a good counterbalance to that weight forward that you want to get the disc in the basket. As you see, Mitch does it too. Just that back leg is so key to being a good putter.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the top players really have a high kick at the end. Accentuate that drive forward on the disc and really push it at the basket.
And we got a star frame on our hands. Jeez, got to be doing that if you're on lead card.
Yeah, I wonder how many of those we'll see today. Look at that. Casey, 13 down. Mitch and Shasta at 12. Criss has a little work left to do. A few strokes back of these other guys.
Hole 4, par 3, 381 feet. You do have that road on the right-hand side there, but it shouldn't come into play too much for these players here. It's just kind of at the edge of these pine trees, as you can see. A big forehand would be the favorable play, but with this not being a very forehand dominant card, they may throw something hyzering just before those pine trees.
Yeah, those pine trees really grab you at the end if you're going past the basket. But if you end up about 30 feet short, cutting just in front of them, you'll be looking just fine for your birdie look. But Casey has the distance with his forehand.
And he got over on it just a little bit too much, but there's that short grass. Not quite the skip, but...
Yeah, the angle just landed a little too flat. Didn't get much action at all, but should be a fairly easy up and down for his 3.
Yeah, kind of a cool variance here. The normal one of the 18s actually plays the opposite direction of this, and Mitch has turned this over.
This is his F3, so it likes to hold that ante, but got lucky, caught the last tree before it gets open.
Yeah,
and he'll
very
have an easy up and
fortunate.
down.
Yeah. Shasta hopefully going to correct off of Mitch.
Yeah, he knows he has a chance to attack here after watching The other two players that are close to him not have the greatest drives. Like the movement here, just got to come back, and that second wind kick that it got to not let it come out. Might be difficult up and down from over there. There's a lot of hanging limbs in there.
Yeah, that almost might be the where you put the disc upside down and kind of just slide it on the ground. I've had to do that in tournaments before.
It's not something you typically practice either. Criss kind of following Shasta a little bit. Good thing he caught that last top of the hill. Otherwise, that could have had a chance to go OB as well. And none of these guys really looking at a birdie here. And this is a very difficult hole, especially with how much wind they're dealing with.
Yeah, and I'm sure Mitch would just be happy to keep it close, which he does, luckily. But a wonderful run from Mitch. He is feeling his putt today.
He gave that a chance. But any comeback putt, 10, 15 feet, it's not a tap-in this wind.
Casey, also an aggressive player. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you can see, I think he just had like a nice tailwind, could just throw it up in the air. Let it hold that line right at the basket. Great extension.
Yeah, a nice little slight S curve on that disc and then hyzering out at the end. Oh, wow. With these guys playing the way that they are, you're going to need shots like that to pull ahead.
Yeah, he's going to extend that lead by a stroke as well. That's the biggest thing there. It's nice to get out to an early lead. Although Shasta does have a chance here to match his birdie. But a lot of limbs in his way. Probably some limbs on his back as well.
He's got to put a little bit of ante on it. Oh.
He's more of a lob putter as well, so
Yeah.
it's hard to hit those ceiling-type putts.
And hopefully the wind is being blocked a little bit by these pine trees, but it doesn't look that to be the case here.
Yep, solid putt from Mitch. He's very consistent from that distance for sure.
Wow, the lone birdie from Casey. What a wonderful shot. Wow. So cool to see that, Casey. Nice job, man.
Yep, getting an early two-stroke lead on the rest of the card. That's what you're looking to do to start your round.
And Casey with that two-stroke lead over Shasta and Mitch. Criss not far behind, though.
My name's Scott Matheson, and I'm a calisthenics athlete. I train with rubber bandits because they improve my strength, my stability, my flexibility, and I can take them anywhere. It's all about training smarter with natural movement. What I love best about rubber bandits is seeing noticeable gains in my physique and my athletic performance. It helped me progress from assisted movements to freestyle flow. Exercise your freedom and join me in the Rubberlution.
Rubber Bandits killing it as always as we head into hole 5. Par 4, 403 feet. It's not the distance to worry about here. It's all these trees, these low-hanging limbs. And there's a little swamp area behind the basket. We'll have to see if they played it as OB or not. But these guys all have a chance to get here on this throw. But they got to keep it very low. And they need a little action as well, too, on the green, which is difficult to get. Pretty plush grass here.
Yeah, I almost think ideal would be to get a lucky skip off that sidewalk and have it kind of flare forward. Should be really cool, but I might be asking for a little bit. Casey looks like he pimped this shot.
Wow, let's see if we can get some action back at it. But again, such plush grass. He's got about 50, 55 feet left and well within his range, as we've seen already. Some rubber mats these guys are throwing off of.
Yeah, those things can be great. Even I've noticed even in the rain, they actually hold up pretty well. Mitch missing the one tree to miss, and he's got a great look for an eagle op.
Yeah, just a little too low to get all the way to the basket. one of those soft par fours where these guys do have a chance to get there for that eagle and really pick up some strokes on the field. See Shasta kind of playing with what he wants to do. Shoot from the tee pad or shoot from the grass. He feels more comfortable over here on the grass. Well, as we talked about before, Kaposia was a little rough to play on. There's some slick surfaces with the rain they got a couple days ago. Great looking pull from Shasta.
Yeah, I got the full flight. Just that grass just eats him up, not allowing it to skip at all.
Yeah, these guys are all similar distance, 50 to 60 feet or more from the basket. See what Criss can do, also using the grassy area instead of the tee pad.
Yeah, I think the angle's a little bit better as well. Just to get one out there instead of being too far to the right on that rubber pad.
Yeah, we saw him get a little more action than the rest of the card, too. Had a little bit more hyzer angle coming into the grass. Mitch, furthest one out, probably about 65 to 70 feet away.
Yeah, getting a good feel for the wind here, taking his time. Ooh, just missing.
Yeah, good effort from him. Just a little closer here from about 60 from Criss. Call him Cookie. And that wind just smashed it. Must be a little left to right or something.
Yeah, that thing was in the air and just the wind said no. Pushing it straight down. And Shasta, hopefully, he's a smart player. I'm sure he got a good wind read off that and can play off that here. Oh, that was the right idea.
Yep, good looking angle. Just a little low. That wind might have pushed it down. Casey trying to get the lone eagle and pick up yet another stroke on the card, but he's got a tall task here. It did start to drop a little at the end. I think he's expecting a little bit more drop from that left to right wind. But caught that flag, and it's going to keep him close. I think it would have easily skipped and gone 30 long into that swamp.
Yeah, I know those DD baskets on top are there's a lot of metal up there, and so the disc doesn't get much action off it, and so it just skips. Just straight skips off of it like a metal sheet.
Yeah, it's pretty slick up there. It's not a complete flat surface, but very easy to skip off of it. See everybody here carding in their birdie 3. Again, kind of a softer par 4, especially for these top-level players. Nothing really to be worried about. That's interesting.
Oh,
Shasta halfway on the tee pad. You didn't know what he wanted to do.
Yeah, he couldn't decide, so he just played on the side of it. Really cool, and no movement here on the leaderboard, but we got a lot of holes to play. This is hole 6, par 3, 356 feet. Kind of playing around that little pond on the left-hand side, and kind of difficult to access with a backhand because of these trees pushing out so far. I believe the favorite play would be a forehand. Casey with a great forehand, I'm sure will be doing that play. Oh, I was wrong.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised here. As you said, a lot of trees on this right side, and he's got his disc in the air just a little too high. He might hit some of those limbs. And he wasn't even close to him, I guess. I don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, if you do flip up a little too straight and don't keep it on hyzer like Casey just did, you will run into those trees and they'll get in the way for your birdie opportunity. Mitch going a little too high. I'm not sure that's what he was looking for. But he's got a putt, jump range, 45 feet or so.
Yeah, that's in a weird way, Mitch would almost prefer to be, in that 45-foot range rather than like a 28-footer or something. He's so good with those jump putts.
Very true, but we're all looking to park the hole.
Yeah. 2 feet would be the best.
Yeah. Shasta want to tuck this one up close if he can. He's got that good low line drive, but maybe a little too stable. You kind of saw him. He kind of looked behind him like something might have happened. And I didn't see an OB sign, but he's going to be in that swampy area. We'll have to see what kind of lie he has. Oh, I guess.
Yeah, I think I'm seeing here it did play as OB, so that will be an OB stroke for Shasta.
No.
And Criss heading in that direction as well. Oh.
And yes, you see the OB sign. Both these guys playing it from where it went in.
Shasta, great mental game, you know, going OB. He still is thinking about making this putt here.
Yeah, and he's so diligent about his routine as well. That's the biggest thing. It's easy to get rushed when you have a bad shot. Got to go through the motion still, execute the next one.
Oh, and Criss just a little bit low on his putts right now. He gets those up. Those things are going to be finding some chains.
That was a little more direct than the last putt. I did like that.
Oh, I knew it. I just knew it.
That's kind of Mitch's sweet spot there for distance on his putt. He just loves this little jumper.
Yeah, he extends so much. Like, he makes his jumper from a 45er to like a 30-footer almost. Like, just that huge reach and jump, and that's the way to do it.
Hammock gear, bringing in that playback. Yeah, Mitch wanted to put some pressure on Casey, who's got that lead. But he's pretty close here. He's looking confident today as well.
Yeah, Casey puts a lot of spin on his putt, which really helps with the wind. Dead center. He is not looking shaken at all. His putts are smooth, coming out very clean, and he's been dead center the whole time.
Cookie and Shasta, unfortunately, going to be tapping in their bogeys after going OB in that swamp. And this is kind of a nice park area as well, too, over on this side. Not really any golf over here, but a couple park areas, which is really cool to use this land and to have some of these trees to play around. You got some really nice land out here at this Brookview property.
There's the movement. Casey, 2-stroke lead over Mitch, Shasta, and Criss.
Hole 7, par 4, 444 feet. You can see the playground to our right. These guys are going to be traveling very straight for a long ways and then needing the disc to get back to the right at the end here. You see that sidewalk on the left is OB, and I'm sure these playground areas are OB as well, too. So this might be throwing some big rollers, but again, very thick grass on this side of the park. It's not like the rest of the golf course at all. And I do think this forehand... Oh, he's not going forehand again. I thought he was. But at 450 feet, this is a long shot, but I think all these guys can reach it, though, at the end of the day. Oh, no.
Just short of that park there.
That was close to the OB. It looked like he turned it a little too much. That wind really caught it once it got halfway there.
Mitch going to play off that.
It's one of his more stable D2s. Didn't get it exposed to the wind as much as Casey did, and he's asking for it to sit before that sidewalk, and he's probably within 5 to 10 feet of it. Kind of a low approach to the basket, but not a ton of distance left.
Yeah, big thing, you see the par 4, you just kind of want to break the hole in two, and if you really think about it, 222 feet in 2 shots is that's not much for a lot of players.
There's a lot of room to work here left and right of the basket. but there's OB on both sides as well too, so very easy to put yourself in a tough position. And Shasta looks like he's just before the OB as well, that sidewalk that's over there. A little shorter than where Mitch was, though. See if Cookie can't put in a little more center. A little low, but the line was much better.
Yeah, not a bad shot being in the middle there. Not a whole lot of distance, but like we said earlier, you don't need a lot of distance on a 444 foot par 4 unless you're at BRP hole 4. 444 foot par 4.
That is correct. Totally different type of shot as well.
Yeah.
Cookie letting that one leak just a little left, and he's got about 23 feet left for his birdie 3. I like this angle over here on the left. A little bit more open for these righty backhand players. Oh my gosh.
Oh. I can't imagine that thing rolled too far. That thing came straight back. But
yeah, it'd be unfortunate if it did. But that's just a great line from Shasta there.
And you saw some volleyball action, par save, bringing you the best volleyball coverage out there.
Backyard volleyball.
Yeah.
Got some ringers over there, I bet.
Oh, and Mitch, a very tricky upshot. Oh my gosh.
Very good looking shot from Mitch as well,
Wow.
too. Almost giving it a bit of his own. And Shasta did get some action. What happened here?
My guess is because of how much wind there is, he had to have kind of done like the slow flop roll away.
That slow wobble.
Oh, yeah, we've all seen that. And I think he's got a pretty big left to right wind here.
Great.
Yeah,
That was-
wonderful putt.
That was great. Just absolutely perfect. Right when he needed it. He's a few strokes back of Casey, and this was a big putt for him to stay in the battle.
Yeah, Shasta really showing his stripes on the windy putting right now, and that is key on this course. Maybe he didn't think it was going to go in, but...
Social CBD, check them out, guys. Link is in the descriptions. All of our sponsors are there. Go on and support them. A little soft left side from Cookie, but it sticks, and that's all he's asking for. Looks like we're looking at a card full of birdies here on this shorter par 4.
Yeah, and we're going to be seeing a lot of birdies and out of these guys. All of these guys are feeling their putts in the wind, and they're all correcting off of each other's drives. It's exactly what you want to see on a top card.
Great look at Shasta on that commitment there. Yeah, we're seeing birdies fly around on the course here, and Casey's 6 down through 7, looking really good early here.
Hole 8, par 3, 298 feet. You have this little pond on the right you have to clear. Plays very favorable for a backhand mid-range or maybe a driver. That's what I would do, but...
Boss.
Yeah, just throw a boss. This grass looks quite thick, so there won't be too much action after you hit the ground.
Yeah, I think they're going to be playing through a lot of wind here. Headwind, left to right. Got to be careful not to let the disc flip over. Might be throwing more stable than typical, and Casey just going to take that OB out of play by throwing a forehand here.
Yeah, and just a quick shout out, Mitch Privette's caddy. Check out that shirt right in the background right there. That is so cool. Wow, Casey
That
getting
thing
that.
is stable, and he
Yeah.
trusted that. Little wide, but very open. Took that OB out of play, which is very big.
Yeah, I didn't even see that bigger forehand line, probably making the hole about 330 feet. And
Oh,
Mitch,
no.
there it is.
Yeah,
Shoot.
that tree branch really took him out of it. I'm not sure if that disc was coming back out or not. That thing was really starting to turn on him. So much wind, and it's all in pockets. You know, we're back here playing in some wooded areas. There's a lot of little like kind of hills and undulations out here, and disc is hitting the wind at different spots, and it's hard to know what you're just going to do at each one of those spots.
And hopefully Shasta correcting off that. Playing pretty wide. Maybe a little too wide, though, with that backhand. Gonna have to play for an upshot from there.
Yeah, Casey's got to be feeling pretty good right now, having an opportunity at a birdie, and the two closest competitors, aren't even on the putting green yet.
And this might be a great spot for Criss to come up and, oh no.
He is, I almost think he was playing this. It looked like he almost just threw a hyzer just to play an easy up and down, not even trying to put that OB into play.
Quite a big tailwind here for Shasta. And he played that to perfection.
Yes, this is where you guys can work on saving strokes right there. Shasta making it look really easy. Getting up and down anywhere from 200 and in is very key.
Mitch may have win OB, but he's definitely got the prettiest lie. Look at those flowers popping right there in summer.
Right over the basket, too, just a little high. Good effort for him.
Jeez.
Really playing that left-right wind and letting that disc just stay straight on a hyzer the whole way.
This is a huge putt for Casey. This is going to put a lot of pressure on the rest of the card.
Wow, a lot of action, too. That thing looked really good. Was even starting to drop at the basket, but hit that top band, and that wind did a lot to it. Pushed him out here. Now he's got a 20-foot headwind putt for his par.
Whew, that was smooth. And
that spin putt.
Yeah, he's been so consistent with that. No wobble to the disc. Just a lot of spin. Dead center.
Mitch not happy about a bogey. And we got Casey extending his lead yet again. And these guys can't let him get out to too much of a lead, otherwise he's going to keep running with it.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. I mean, still got a lot of golf left. 3 strokes separates it.
Saw Cookie wearing a Chains Edge shirt.
Yep.
Since my boy up there, Chad Essendrop creating something really special. Of course, that hopefully we can see some coverage of at some point because he's got a special place up there. Hole 9, par 4, 488 feet. This is a fun hole. We get to play this in the winter all the time, and this is just a big bomb. These guys can probably get to the hole, but there's so much trouble. I don't know if they'll be going for it. Usually landing in front of the green about 100 short is kind of the play. But it's easy to get your disc flipping over to the right and get into that OB, and then there's a tree line on the left as well, too, that's easy to get in.
Discmania is known for having extremely stable plastic, and very fortunate for Casey to hit that tree and go left. That could have been an OB stroke if that tree was not there.
When it's your day, it's your day.
Yeah. Throwing in shots, his putting game's been his own, but
that disc was going straight OB, and he knows it. He got very lucky with that tree, and he's sitting in a nice spot for his birdie. And it's one of those holes, again, you break it down, it's very simple to get a birdie on this hole if you're playing for it. If you're trying to go for that eagle, very elusive eagle, so much trouble to be had, and the percentages are very low that you're actually going to execute your shot. I like this elevated tee box, though. It really makes it feel like a golf green. I love incorporating a disc golf course into a golf course. It's really fun to see all the different angles you can play.
Just didn't quite stand up enough for him.
A lot of distance, though. And I don't see any OB. Oh, there it is. Came in late. couple ponds over there. Looks like they took out, there was a bunch of trees around those ponds on the left. They took them out.
Wow, Mitch putting a great move on this shot right next to Shasta. That is nice.
I think he put a little past Shasta's. That was a bomb of a shot. He's getting up there close to that golf green, which is where a good drive typically would land. Casey really favors this forehand approach. I think most forehand players do. You're just looking at the basket. You can see it the whole way. You don't have to turn your back to it. Great shot here from Casey. Let's see if he can keep it close.
Yeah, he hung that out wide into that headwind, and it just hyzered right up next to the basket. Couldn't ask for much better right there.
Again, Cookie just sneaking OB. Now having to throw over the OB green. Puts himself in a good spot, about 17 feet for his par save.
I see what you did there, Ben.
Oh, yeah. Mitch, pretty simple up and down here. Actually, Shasta out driving him even. Old man still got it.
Yeah, Shasta with the D.
Great shot there from Mitch. Putting it underneath the basket. That's what he does really well. Is those up shots make them look super easy.
Yeah, and I notice he keeps the disc pretty much on line with the basket the whole time. There's not a lot of variance like left or right. Just like Shasta here.
Thought he was going to hit the basket again with that shot, going right at it.
Yeah, he really is feeling those up shots. He's been all around it.
Lot of action there on that basket from Cookie for his par. But he'll take it. He'll move on.
That's one of those ones. It's just like, you know what? There's not a single picture on the scorecard, so I'm going away with it.
Yeah, we're doing just fine, boys. Again, as we're finishing up here, first half of this final round coverage from the Twin Town Throwdown, just want to thank our sponsors, Social CBD, Gotta Go, Gotta Throw, Hammock Gear, and Rubber Bandits. Casey's starting to run away with this thing. Although I'm never counting Mitch or Shasta out. They're always in range. But at 18 down with a 3-shot lead, shooting 7 down through 9 holes, Casey's going to be tough to catch today. His putt is looking very confident.
Yeah, he's looking real good. And make sure to tune in for the back half of this awesome coverage, and I cannot wait to see it.
Ben Kroll signing off.
Derek Sahr. Thanks, guys.
Take it easy.